Hello everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, Justice for All, Turnabout Big Top, Part 16. Let's ask them about the wheelchair. My legs were injured by Leon 6 months ago. My younger brother, Bat, had a dare with Regina. A dare? An absurd dare. If I can put my head inside of Leon's mouth like you do, you'd have to go to the movies with me on a date.
That's insane! Didn't he know how dangerous that is?
We all thought he was being stupid too. That line was very old to begin with, and age brought it with it countless experience in doing that very trick. Unfortunately, this particular time, I guess Leon wasn't ready or willing. And that's when the accident happened. He just wanted to take her out to the movies.
Poor Bat.
When Leon chomped down, I jumped towards him. And Leon attacked me, and that's how I ended up.
What about Bat?
He's still in a coma. I went to the hospital yesterday to visit him.
I see.
I'm still waiting for him to open his eyes again. And that's the reason why I keep going. Bat and Regina. They were such great friends. Oh yeah, I wanted you to take a look at this. What is it? This is the scarf my brother was wearing when Leon attacked him.
Gross, it's covered in blood.
This scarf. It was a present from Regina to my brother on the day of the accident. When he did it, he looked like he was smiling.
He?
Leon, obviously.
Oh.
When he bit down on Bat's head, the expression on Leon's face looked like a grin.
Nick!
I know, Mo said the same thing.
What do you think it all means?
I'll be taking that scarf if you don't mind. Miss Von Karma,
I've already heard everything, so hand over the scarf. But the scarf is evidence in the trial. That's for me to decide. That is for me to decide. I think we should begin our preparations now, Acro.
Preparations?
I've served to summon Acro to appear in court tomorrow as a witness. Acro, we'll talk more at the prosecutor's office. Acro, a witness? Come, Acro, let's go to the office.
Yes, ma'am.
Now what do we do, Nick? How are we going to handle it tomorrow?
Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out.
Look at you all, full of confidence. You must have found something you can use.
This is all beginning to come together now. To be continued. Alright, let's save my progress. Trial! December 30th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5.
Good morning, Max.
Oh, yeah! Good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usually sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it.
Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Regina!
How fabulous! My sweetie pie! My sweetie pie princess!
Ugh.
You came to watch my performance today?
Of course I did. Mo told me I should come and watch this.
Mo said that?
So what kind of performance do you put on today? Let me guess. You'll fly at the end?
It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties?
Huh?
I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is.
Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member of the audience.
Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there.
Good luck, Max. You're the best.
Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to ya! Everybody, Let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Mo. Top of the morning to you, governor. Top of the morning. That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max. I brought you a present. Have some milk. Didn't Regina give him that? Like, what? Oh my! Thanks. So, how are you today, Wright? Well, I got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against a real culprit. You mean Acro?
Huh? You think he did it?
Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line. Literally. He's got guts to spare. All I got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is. I'm used to it already. It just means I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses.
What are you going to do then, Nick?
I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro into the truth.
You're right, but it's gonna be tough.
Anyways, I want you to make sure Regina sees it all today. It's important. And she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father.
You want us to make sure Regina watches?
Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. December 30th, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Miss Farkarma, you may proceed with your case.
The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events.
What's the meaning of this?
We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime.
Order, order! I had a feeling something like this would come up.
Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders.
Poor Gumshoe. Very well. Please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope.
Name and occupation.
Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Very Big Circus.
Where were you the night of the crime?
I was in my room that night.
If you look at the map, you'll see the witness's room is near the crime scene.
My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window.
The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed?
Okay. Witness testimony, what I witnessed. It was just after 10 o'clock p.m., and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. Excuse me. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown.
If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night.
Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness.
A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did.
Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss Barnkarma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination. Let's see. Let's see. The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, we were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window? The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around its body. I am convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. And maybe there was something fishy with Slade's bit of testimony? Yeah, there's a contradiction. There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given.
If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence.
She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of contradiction? Still cat. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two silk hats? No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica, which means Acro. Now you've been fibbing on the stand. Oh, this is good. Order, order.
As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick?
Well, I opened my big mouth and now I had to back it up. How about Mr. Wright? What caused this witness to commit perjury in this court today? Well, Acro is the real culprit. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself.
On this occasion?
Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Ooh. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor.
I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book.
Really?
If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to almost be scary.
He's saying rather calm and collected. I like how the hummingbird's literally pecking at his forehead. It's freaking funny. Miss Dingley, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I?
What do you mean?
Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
That's true.
I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things.
See? Even a sliver of common sense makes it clear that the accusation is ludicrous.
She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man.
Wow!
Phoenix is a poopy head.
See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro's unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear a defense now. Acro had an accomplice.
What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice?
Of course he didn't. Now then, this must be where we get to hear the name of this mystery accomplice.
Not this time, Von Karma.
What?
You're not going to sucker me into this one.
What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright?
There was no accomplice. Acro planned to commit this murder all by himself.
Order! What are you getting at?
We need to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm going to have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that?
I know what I can't do, and I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed.
All right, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, if this witness is a killer, his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to set it up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingley?
He was obviously here the entire time.
That's Acro's room?
Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster.
What? Are you nuts?
What says you, Mr. Dingley? What say you, Mr. Dingley?
It's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he has no wheelchair, there is no way he can go to the scene or be the killer.
You got a point.
It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime.
That is true.
Most said they saw Max, didn't he?
But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet.
Be careful, Nick. You mess up here.
She's right, I can't mess up here. I gotta give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the Ringmaster. He did it while he was in his room, no doubt about it.
Time to enlighten us how Mr. Dingley committed a crime, Mr. Wright.
Let's present evidence. I'm going to present some evidence.
So why Mr. Dingley used to commit the crime murder against Russell Berry?
So this piece of evidence is really convoluted. So... my good God.
What's that, a picture?
It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture.
The bust?
It's quite a large bust. And because of this life size, it is also very, very heavy.
Heavy?
Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from the 3rd-story window.
Ah!
See? That says how Acro was able to kill the Remaster. With a force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. Oh my freaking god! The way it's said is just freaking hilarious to me.
Order, order! So you're saying the bust fell into the ringmaster?
Rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit.
How can you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible!
Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust.
Mr. Digney, how do you respond to these charges?
Water. Well,
Acro's at a loss for words.
he should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro, you can't run away from these. Ow!
I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony, you say?
Karma. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony.
The defense has its version of murder. The prosecution has a right to respond.
The defense's objection is overruled.
I can't see things my way once in a while.
Mr. Digney, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards it.
Thank you. Ugh, that woman will sink you any lower to win the case. Witness testimony, Acro's physical state. I suppose I could have listed something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. Thus, it would have been unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think?
I have no doubts regarding this witness's testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries.
That's what I was thinking. What's your opinion on the matter, Miss Wright?
I still like to proceed with my cross-examination.
He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really.
I can't let her get to me. I gotta focus.
Bo, do, do, pew, 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 pew.
The one box. Acro, you didn't really need to lean out the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time when the Ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add.
Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling! How about you show us some evidence?
But I did such a good job at hinting.
Yes. I've explained it, Miss Wright.
Maybe you should take a look at this.
The key point here is the wooden box.
The same wooden box the victim was found hunched over?
The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here?
Who?
When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box, which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime.
I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense.
The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear.
You mean, if the bus wears a far upon the point marked out for the wooden box,
There would be no way that I could miss There would be no way that I could miss the head of the victim.
No!
Order! It's unbelievable.
Finally, some of these are loose ends. Some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going. And there's only one way to go from here. Forward.
So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box in the scene?
It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down.
Ow! Allow me to whip some sense at you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ow! The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box.
That's why the box is so specially made.
Specially made?
Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. The weight of the box. The box has a remarkable weight.
Wait.
According to the car record, it weighs 20 pounds.
Just to lift off this wooden box would have required...
Oh, I see. One would have to squat down and lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say?
That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large.
The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it?
That is correct. To lift off the box, you have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be approximately the same place.
Fool!
Does he even bother listening to me anymore? I've heard what you had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza?
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? I remember. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
I don't know what happened to it.
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself.
That means...
You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room?
You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria.
Excuse me. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all.
All right, Mr. Wright. Let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room? A monkey?
Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
Oh, like when he showed a ventriloquist green.
So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust?
Of course, he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own and then brought it back home.
Oh,
Money lives in Acro's room.
Acro's room?
But the bus was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record.
My, those are some very nice cards he's holding.
Yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro! Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easier for him to bring the bus back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate.
Order! Order! I said order! Miss Rockharma! Where is the bus in question at this moment?
Alright, so next part, we're gonna continue this trial. So, it's been Agent Fluffy, and I will see you guys next time.
Bye!
Hey everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me even more, feel free to support my Patreon. The links are right here.